6-week wait in the US. He completed his brain MRI and had a specialist review in one morning in Chengdu. I'm Emma, a medical concierge in Chengdu, China. David, 52, from Houston, had been referred for a brain MRI after reporting persistent headaches and occasional dizziness. His neurologist's office told him the earliest imaging slot was 6 weeks out, with the specialist follow-up potentially another 3 to 4 weeks after that. He started looking at alternatives and found his way to me. The evening before his appointment, I walked the route from the hotel to the imaging department, confirmed his appointment code was still active in the system, and prepared a printed summary of his symptom history in Chinese for the radiologist's reference. That walkthrough is something I do without exception. It is how I find the things that aren't visible on a floor plan. 7:15 a.m. I met David in the hotel lobby. He had been awake early, which is something I notice in almost every patient on a morning like this. We spoke briefly about what the MRI room would feel like before we got in the car. 8:10 a.m. Arrived at the hospital. Registration completed at the front counter using his passport, and pre-arranged appointment documents. I handled the payment processing while he kept his bag. 8:35 a.m. Reached the imaging floor. This is where I discovered the MRI suite had been relocated to an adjacent wing since my last visit 3 weeks prior. We lost about 12 minutes finding the correct entrance. That's why I do the walkthrough the evening before, and why I now also call ahead to confirm room locations for imaging departments specifically, because they move more often than people expect. 8:50 a.m. David changed and received his pre-scan screening. I stayed at the department entrance, confirmed the technician had received the Chinese symptom summary, and waited. 9:40 a.m. Scan completed. We moved to the reporting area, where I confirmed the turnaround time for the radiologist's written report. 10:30 a.m. Preliminary report ready. I translated the key findings verbally for David in a quiet area near the department, then coordinated a same-morning review with an on-site neurologist who could speak to the imaging results in context. 11:20 a.m. Specialist review completed. David left the hospital with his full imaging file, a written report in both Chinese and English, and a clear picture of next steps, all before lunch. At home, David was looking at 10 weeks minimum just to reach the same point. Imaging first, then a separate specialist appointment, then waiting for results to be communicated between offices. In Chengdu, everything happened inside a single building on a single morning. The report, the review, the coordination, one location, one day. If you're weighing up the timeline for something similar, feel free to send me a message. Day with Emma, Medical Concierge.